are live. Jag. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm back. It's 8:50 on the East, February 18th. I'm back in the garage. I do not. I should? Oh, I have to give her a ride in the morning at like 7:30. Ugh. Day drinking. No, I gotta stay home and watch the kids, dude. You're all good, though. Thanks, man. She's coming out of it a little bit. She's getting a little bit better. Right now, I'm jacking with my stick. My stick. To whom? Okay. We're going to take this to 13%. Thanks, dude. We're going to put these at about 50%. That to complete. I'm going to redo this here. Who dat? I'm dumb. AI, dude. All right, I think I got this dialed in. Let's open some. Actually, BMS has an update, dude. You could fly BMS right now, dude. If you could get Falcon 4.0 for $7 on Steam. It's like 70 megabytes. The program. Then just download Falcon BMS 4.37, and it has everything you need, and it's faux free, real time weather, RTT client for your MFDs. It's all in, like, I cannot believe this is all free. Like, it's so much better than they do it in DCS. And I am fully ready for F16age tonight. I got my side stick on my right, my F16 yoke on the left. Let's see, MFDs are running. Sir, my maps are good to go here. Oh, they are. It's probably from my stream and Discord at the same time. Okay. Yeah, just mute the stream, dude. I'm also one of those.
shows me I blew up my cam and I have you like right next to it. Honestly, I need to make you bigger. She doesn't know how.
Not wrong.
Oh,
BMS, they got to be able to hear this.
oh, I still have you echoing. Why?
I don't know.
I thought I muted your ass.
Do you hear this?
Your stream. Oh. Bonk. Try that one. Give me a long count, please.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
One more again, please.
Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess it helps to have this stuff.
Am I coming out?
Yeah.
Because I hear everything
Totes
I
my
just
goats.
said, but I muted everything.
Do you
I
hear
don't
this?
hear our full conversations, buddy boy.
Do you hear this?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Actually, let me check my end. It could be I'm supposed to have to mute output too. Let me look at my own stream here. Nope, I'm not echoing.
Hold on. I just heard our full conversation.
Okay.
And I have YouTube TV showing up. Why don't I have YouTube TV showing up?
Couldn't tell you, buddy.
Because I have premium. That shouldn't be a thing. Hold on. Give me
Holding
30 seconds of quiet.
30 seconds. Sorry.
Test 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So the weird thing is I have your link in my screen. We're simulcasting. No big deal, right?
No big deal.
But I have YouTube TV popping up on my preview, but not on my main screen. And I'm going out again. Am I going out over you?
I mean, I hear you in Discord. One sec, I gotta plug in my rotor pedals.
Okay. That's weird. That is a weirdo. Yeah, I don't know why I'm making noise. Okay. Like everything external's muted, but I have a slow and delayed conversation with myself. I don't know. I don't care. It's working. Ooh. I might be able to play a little bit of Call of Duty while we're bullshitting. Before I do any of that, I'm gonna have to go downstairs, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, come back up. That's like 45 seconds worth of life. How was Florida?
All right, sorry, I'm back, buddy. I had
You're good. How was Florida?
it was okay. We'll go with okay.
That's
Got
good.
100% on the mob.
Oh, very good.
99.5 on the test.
So y'all do the test.
No. It was our third time taking it, so yeah, we got good at taking it. I'm sticking to it. All right, let's try this veteran BFM. Let's get in a little scrum here, see if I can still work, old girl.
Are you A10ing or F16? What are you doing tonight?
F16, baby.
There you go. Oh my god, I have such reverb, and I don't know why. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I need a adult alcoholic beverage,
That's a good idea. I think I'm going to do that too.
but it's right there for you. But I have to like travel downstairs and shit.
Well, give me a lock. There we go. Viper roll. That's a lot of MiGs. I don't like it. Oh, my fucking gear was down. Why was my gear down? Let's try it again. Fucking gear was down. Very nice. JT's Garage. And Tomas is here. What is going on, guys? I'm just watching my gear not be down. Alright, gear's not down now.
I'm back.
Sorry, I haven't been getting any notifications. Hello to both of you guys. I am F16ing.
Drop you to a corner.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Now. That's much better now that my gear's not down. There we go. We're locked. We're gonna yeet one of these. Gonna yeet the other one.
I can play a game now.
Hey, Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. Let me lock you.
Jesse's getting sick. Time to re-yeet.
Alright, since we're able to play now, I'm going to go shoot people in the face.
Get some.
I'm leaving you in my corner so you can intrude, I guess. I don't know, fucking have fun.
Oh shit. On good. A lot easier to dogfight. Gear up. Look at this asshole.
Don't see CRJ 900 it and laying upside down, buddy. Like I said before, that's my buddy Whiskey up in the corner.
If you're what?
I said don't be a CRJ 900 with your landing gear down and flip over.
Yeah. Too soon?
No, everybody survived. Remember when old boy got sent to prison for murdering his wife? It was never too soon then either.
Which one?
Wholeness. That fucked hard.
Oh, that's right. The other guy didn't murder his wife. He married his wife's lover.
No, he got caught in California like 2 years later.
No, I'm talking about old boy that I had at Vakeeps.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah. It's too mushy around the center.
Yeah, I have stupid echo with you. I don't know why. I don't know how to fucking fix it.
Getting shot up. Getting shot up. End mission. Yeah, no shit. I need a regular mission. Let's see. Yeah, it's just not enough. Maybe if I take the dead zone out of it. Yeah, that looks... Yeah, 7% just ain't enough.
Of course.
Try 10?
It's not.
Actually, let's try to get it as close to the dude as...
909 on the East Coast.
I hear a jet. I see no jet. You guys should be able to see it, right? You guys see what I'm doing? Alright, so...
I think the reverb is coming from your screen capture on my OBS.
So we're using 90, pitch up, or pitch down 60. We'll do 58%. This is supposedly the closest to the real thing. Pitch up 100%. I don't know. We'll see. 58% on
I'd have to
the
figure out how to
left, right. Complete. Oh yeah. And what was it? What did I say? It was 13%, I think. The problem is there's a spot where it steps. It steps from the force.
Oh, what the hell?
To the that.
What gun am I using? Oh, I just got shot in the back of the head.
The dead spot's not horrible here.
Oh, she's dead. Fuck her.
And it's an issue right there. Guy said it was like 5% was a good dead zone. Yeah, dead zone for him. That seems a little excessive to me. Now look at that. It's just that's not how it's supposed to. Oh, I just farted.
Damn it. I haven't even seen somebody to kill them.
That's not supposed to be doing that. Now, if we go to fully realistic, it's still doing that thing. It's not.
I don't see no shot in it. Are you still loading up? I could do Falcon. Playing Call of Duty right now, and I am getting thrashed.
Yeah, it's not realistic there. Force only mode is.
Fucking damn it.
Fucking giant dead zone.
That's my anger.
Are you speaking to people in team chat? Is that who you're talking to?
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, you're kind of like you're starting like in the middle of a sentence, and I'm like, I can't tell if he's talking to me or not.
Yeah, I think I was kind of hearing that myself.
Gotcha.
I don't know why we're repeating. All right, I'm done with this right now. This is fucking retarded.
I'm fucking retarded.
You are? No, man, I went 5 and 16. As soon as I would spawn, I would get shot.
Sounds about like the reason I never want to play that fucking game.
I'm gonna play a slower game. Oh, it sounds horrible. I can hear it in the playback.
There's something's up. Something's up with this right here. That fucking sucks.
It is coming through your stream, but I don't know how to mute your only just your stream. I don't know. I don't know.
So something's
All right.
going on with this thing.
I tried Call of Duty. On to Magic.
This is almost where I want it, but this... It's just this right here. Or if I can fix it with a dead zone.
What's the problem?
Right now, I'm trying to figure out. It's the. I just get the wire. There's something's going on with the force feedback joystick, so I barely press back on it a little bit, and it jumps low. Like something's loose in there. I just don't feel like opening it up right now and getting into the internals.
That's not bueno.
No, not so much. I do fully... Nope, I can't do that either. Let's see. That's what's going on there. So the lower, about 5%. It's still doing it.
I'm pretty sure I have a bot that is trying to connect me with somebody.
Aww.
I love it. I love it.
there should not be any wiggle here. There's no wiggle left to right. There's no wiggle in the up. It's just this right here that's pissing me off. Goat! What's up, man? What's up, you nasty little nasty
I moved on
guy?
to a nice slow game in Magic the Gathering.
What do you think?
You have
Alright, let's get some. Alright, where we at? 11 miles. Let's light them cans, homie. Yeet.
Get some. You have to buzz the tower.
Yeet.
You don't buzz the tower. You're really in air traffic control?
Time to buzz the tower. What the f... There's Chester. Alright, so there might have been people behind me I didn't know about. Oops. Oopsie doodle.
Yo, this bot's working overtime. Was like, what's your favorite sports team?
What? Is it not showing?
What do you mean? I'm not seeing it. You're like your main screen is. But from what I can tell, your main screen is just your OBS.
Desktop
it's
capture.
Your face, it's your feet and OBS. No, it's not.
Fucking Streamlabs. Yep, it was on auto. And now it's not. That explains.
This bot's like, what's your favorite sports team?
Go, sports
Good.
ball basket.
What fan are you? Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, your shit was off, bro. Sorry.
All good in the neighborhood. That's a MiG-29. Okay.
I like foot basketball. I'm gonna ball again. Slow here. Fuck, this sucks too. Alright, I'll fucking keep that.
Fucking ow.
You need to roll right.
Yeah, I need to do more than that.
Not left, right.
This right here is just this one hitch.
Told you. Should have rolled right. You rolled left, he died.
Uh-uh.
Not saying I'm savant, but I'm a savant.
All right, we're going to try this. This is what it used to be. Problem is, this right here, barely touching it. Like up left, we're good. But touching it down, This is going to be very interesting. Check this shit out. Red Wings. You watching the Red Wings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, barely touching it and it's jumping up. Like everything else. Like just the left, just to the right.
Do you have your Red Wings? Either way, you should work your way over tomorrow. Oh, I didn't hit my stuff.
I just saw a missile go past me. That made, yep, a little poo came out there. Yeah, they ain't gonna work. Fucking Wind Wing.
Jet
What?
Whiskeys. You missed
Hey,
it
that's me.
almost. I almost got a Quest 3.
Why didn't you?
I went to go buy it. I walked up to the unit. It was in the store.
Unit.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, I'm going to buy this. And I looked at it and I just walked the fuck off.
Cool story, bro.
I know. I want one. I want one so bad because I can play all the fucking fun games with it. And I was like, no. I was an adult about it.
Have you ever tried one before? Because they're really, really good.
Yeah, I had a
Like, really, really good.
Odyssey Plus or something like that back in the day.
No, the Quest is full pancake. There's no sweet spot because the whole lens is a sweet spot.
Yeah, I know how good it was back fucking
didn't know
10
that.
years ago. I can only imagine what it is now.
Well, because I told you. All right, we're doing it live.
So much reverb in this bullshit. I don't know why it does that. I want to throw $500 at it, but I don't want to throw $500 at it. You know what I mean? What are you doing?
Tearing apart the internals because I'm annoyed.
You got double the viewership. Plus, you're on my stream. Have fun with it. What are your antics? Are you going to be over the top or just a normal person?
I feel like you know the answer to that question.
Normal person.
Did you see the ad that I put together?
I might have. I don't actually recall.
I like put some actual editing in that.
Is it on
Like DaVinci Resolve that shit.
DaVinci Resolve is the shit, is it not?
I cannot believe it's free.
You can do whatever you want with that. It's so good.
All right, let's have a look. See here.
I need white. So we're gonna play this.
So that's where the plates go right there. In the back. Yep.
so dark, even though you're in your new man cave.
Yeah, I don't have any like really good bright lights behind me.
Oh, get those hot hexagon lights for your roof,
I need
for your
to.
ceiling. Let me know. I'll help you. Got you.
Put some music on here.
Well, you need something diffused over the top, couple in the front, couple in the back sides, whatever.
One in
You
the
have the
pink,
room
two
for
in
it
the
now.
stink. I want to drink. I just don't want to get up.
Don't be lazy.
I'm very lazy.
I'm about to go back downstairs, grab another adult beverage.
Maybe
Probably
it
wanna
was just a little easier to get out of here.
maybe. Oh, I'm getting attacked. How hard is it to get out of your little sled, or do you want to call it a pit? What do you
I
want
mean,
to
it's,
call it?
I don't know. It's just kind of a pain in the ass.
It is. I think sled is a good name for it.
Sled, pit, beat off station, jerk off station.
Are you a wackadoodle?
I'm a wackadoodle.
Hmm.
All right, goat. Take care, brother.
I might actually go get the Quest 3 tomorrow. I've been wanting it.
So damn good, man.
Honestly, I was looking at the PSVR 2 with its CP with the PC fucking link on it. PSVR 2. Oh. I have to go get some more beer too. I've yet to put a mini cooler upstairs. You have yet to see
Do
this
it.
place. Come over.
I really need to.
Those on kick? How you doing? It made noise again. I don't know what it means. Oh, it was me texting. Okay, cool. You know how you link everything together? That
Mm-hmm.
You hear something, you're like, what the fuck was that? You don't actually see it right off. I chose an untapped artifact. What else do they fucking want?
Jeez.
He's not. Alright. I'll hit the... Alright, I'll be back in like 30, less than 30 minutes, alright?
Want to get beer?
Yup.
Attaboy.
No. How'd you know?
Because I know you.
Alright, I'll be back shortly.
All right, buddy.
It is...
This is annoying. But it's just kind of what I do. I work on my gear.
Will likely ever need. Unacceptable. Installed by Wing. HAL sensor gives an output. It was also hard to install and overall the stick felt inconsistent. I ended up using duct tape. This modification unlocks the force only mode at the cost of making the two other options useless. I definitely like the feel. Everything feels snappier. It's really quite simple. Actually, or other helos, or Phantom or force only mode at the cost of making the two other options useless. I duct tape. On the graphs here. What is the force sensor? We want our tape here. I'm replacing the bit of paper. Now I'll show you how to do it. It's really quite simple. You need a bit of tape, so there's a pair of tweezers and an Allen key, which is included with the base. Here I'm replacing the bit of paper as it has worn out, and it is introducing a bit of wiggle in the roll axis. This metal semicircle is the force sensor. We want our taped over bearings to apply pressure against that bit on both sides equally. Now that we have the bearings out, let's wrap them. I'm going to stack the bearings on the screw to align them, carefully tape them together so we can later easily create our bushing. Thanks to my great camera work, you can't really see me rolling the bearing onto the tape here. It'll be better visible next round though. I insert the bearing into its place. I already know I'll have to apply a few more layers because it slides in easily. It's not making contact with the force sensor yet. So I repeat the same process, just without a pre-alignment on the screw. As you can see, I wasn't very precise with the alignment this time, so I'll have to trim some mech.
Applications. The visual representation of often challenging to discern through intuitive feel alone. Aspect I find commendable is the provision of a height adjustment. This feature addresses a limitation that I encountered with my VKB extension, where its height slightly exceeded the ideal height, even with my sizable monster long mount. The adjustable nature
give me
of this
a cup of
extension
beers, please?
facilitated a perfect position of the stick, allowing my wrist to rest comfortably on my leg during flight. It's noteworthy that many stick mounts tend.
Hi everyone from MFSSB, including the outer operated with double set screws. Then remove 3 screws fixing on the guard plate. Take down the plate and now the inner adjustable module can be extracted out. Second, take down those 4 screws on the module and the factory installed springs as well.
Another reason I said no thanks to the heater. Just don't worry about it, honey. Honey, there's no room. Don't worry about it, please. Okay, then keep it there. I don't need it.
Third, fill the springs on all sides until acquired your satisfactory head filling. The more springs applied, the larger pull strength is required. Here is some suggestions proposed by Win-Win install test team. 1. Just install 1 spring on the front, 2 on the rear, and 1 spring on the right side, 2 on the left. Or 2. Put 2 springs on each 4 sides. Applying 3 springs might be too heavy for ordinary aviators.
Thank you.
Now restore the adjustable module and guard plate, tighten nor corresponding screws.
My legs and my feet. Sure. Oh. Now I'd rather have it on my feet, please. Not like that. There you go.
Finally, put down adjustable set screws. Don't tighten them too much, because you must adjust them against, well, entering the MFSSB module. Alright, this is the end of how to adjust the returning force.
All right, WinWing sent me a full F-16 HOTUS setup to review. Let's get into it. We'll start with the throttle Orion 2 base. When I opened the box, I was really impressed by the packaging. It was very well packaged. It came with the USB cable, some suction cups, and Allen keys, and some hardware.
I like Bogey Dope.
As I was pulling the foam out, you can see it's just really well packaged. They did a good job holding this thing in place, very snug. Once I got it on my desk, this thing was surprisingly light for how big it is. All the buttons and knobs look to be in great condition, and they seem to be very high quality. When you flip it around, you'll notice on the bottom there are no friction pads or rubber pads or anything that's going to keep it in place. So this thing's going to spin like a top on top of your desk. So it's absolutely imperative that you get some sort of friction pad. Fortunately, WinWing provides suction cups. You'll need to take the nuts off of all the suction cups and separate them. Then you can place them in the 4 holes on each corner of the bottom of the base and secure them in place with the nuts. Once I got them in place, I put it on my desk, and I noticed that unfortunately these suction cups really don't work well. When you put pressure down on them, the edges just flip up. I was able to get one of them bent down all the way as much as I could, but I still couldn't get any suction on my desk. Now this could be because my desk has a very rough surface and it just can't get a very good seal. But even though they don't really stick very well, they act as a fairly good friction pad, and so it's not going to spin anymore. I still feel like it needs to be a little bit more secure than this, so for those of you who just have a desk, you might need to either order their mount for this or find another way to mount this to your desk. Next is the throttle grip and rail system. When you open the box, you'll notice again everything seems very well packaged. The rail is right on top. Underneath, you'll find the corner brackets for the rail stand, some sticky tack circles, and if you don't have any tools, it includes the tools and hardware. And of course, the stand arms. Underneath that, you'll find the actual throttle grip. This thing looks great, looks just like the real thing. It's very heavy for its size, at least in my opinion, and it feels to be really good quality. Feels like a lot of it is metal. I can't tell 100%, but it feels like it's made entirely of metal. To attach this to the base, you just need to split the throttle arms. Put the 3 screws in place, make sure they're flush. Align them to the inner throttle arm and tighten all 3 screws to put it in place. Once they're tightened, make sure they're flush so that they slide in between the 2 throttle arms smoothly without any binding. Then align the holes and put the large screw all the way through both throttle arms and the throttle grip until it gets out the other side. You'll have a washer and a lock washer. Put the washer on first on the other side, then the lock washer, and then the nut. Get it finger tight, and then you can use the included tools to tighten them even further. You don't need to get a crazy amount of torque on this, just get it snug, and that'll hold it in place. Align the PS2 male to female, plug it in, and attach it to the base. And since the F-16 doesn't need 2 engines, we're going to attach the remaining cable to the other side. I noticed that after I had installed the cable, it flipped forward of the cable channel and started pinching. In order to prevent this from happening, just grab the cable and pull it all the way to the back of the channel. You'll see the channel there. I highlighted it in red. Just pull it to the back, and now it shouldn't pinch anymore. Now let's set up the stand. Just unwrap the corner brackets. Leave the screws loose. You'll want to actually probably loosen them a little further so that there's enough gap that the nut will fit inside the groove channel of the arms. Slide the channel through, and if it gets bound up, you might have to loosen the nut just a little bit further, push it, and it should slide right in. Do the base, same thing, make sure the nuts are really loose, then tighten them in place once you've got it in. Do the same thing for the other side and make sure that they're opposite. Now let's install the rail. Just take the hardware, you're going to put the screw head on the pilot facing side and the nut on the back side. Keep it loose, enough that it'll fit into the channel. Same thing, slide it in. This was kind of a pain throughout this whole process, getting the nuts loose enough that they'll fit inside the channel of the arms, and then tightening them in place, and now you have your stand. Next, you're going to need to attach the stand to the throttle base. And take the washer and screws, same thing. Get the nut on there, but get it really loose, enough that there's enough gap. Same exact procedure. Set up all four. Push them up so that there's enough gap. Slide it into the other channel on the base of the stand. Again, you get stuck. Just loosen that nut. Should slide right in. Once it's in place, you're going to have to adjust the rail quite a few times until you get it to line up with the roller. Once the rail is resting on the roller properly, tighten everything and you should be good to go. Now, I wasn't able to get the suction cups in place after I got the rail system on because the nuts were way too big to fit inside the channel, so you'd have to get some extra nuts to make that work. Fortunately, Wing Wing provided sticky tack circle dots that I was able to stick on the base. They hold it pretty firmly, but when I removed the throttle from my desk, it left a little residue on my desk. But once it was all in place, I was able to move the throttle up and down and didn't see too much movement with the sticky circle dots in place. I'm going to demonstrate the buttons and knobs, press them all for you so you can hear the quality.
Jesse. It doesn't sound good. Why? Jesse's not there no more.
It does not appear that he is now.
The sliders actually have a stop in the middle that you can
ejected.
feel when you hit it,
Is
which
no
I
longer
appreciate.
in his seat.
There are two buttons on the bottom of the throttle grip. These do exist, I believe, on the Block 70 grip. I believe it's the blackout switch. They kind of get pressed sometimes, depending on how tightly I grip the throttle grip. On the Block 40, this does not exist. So I was unfamiliar with it. I only crewed the 40. Next, you'll use the bracket and screw to get a little bit of cable management here. Then plug the cable directly to your motherboard. This is key to updating the firmware of the throttle. If you plug it into the front of the computer or into a hub, you're probably going to run into some problems. This is something that was reported in the forums, so keep that in mind. Once you have it plugged in, make sure everything looks like it's working, that you're getting response from the throttle in the SimApp Pro software. Once you're happy with it, click on Firmware Update, then click Update F16 T-Grip, click OK, and then click OK again. It's going to warn you not to have anything else plugged in. Just click OK as long as that's the only thing plugged in. Once the update starts, you should see the light flashing on the throttle base. This means that the update is going through. And once it's finished, you'll hear it disconnect and reconnect. Confirm the version is looking good, and then start the calibration. When you start the calibration, push the throttle all the way to max afterburner and back to idle. I do it twice, and then click complete. So while I was at the expo was at Las Vegas, so I went down to Nellis Air Base, was able to meet up with a buddy of mine. He's a crew chief at Nellis Air Base, and he was able to get me on the flight line. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring the WinWing throttle and stick with me onto the flight line, nor was I allowed to take any video or pictures. Public relations was just not going to let me do that. But I wish I could have, because then I could have actually taken video and pictures of the actual throttle against the WinWing throttle and the stick. But I was able to go and sit in the cockpit, take some notes. It's been a long time, so about 15 years since the last time I touched an F-16 throttle and stick. So I was able to get in there, take some notes, then go back out to the parking lot, pull out the stick and throttle, take some more notes, touch and feel and all that, and compare it. So I've got to say the throttle on the actual F-16 is much larger than this. It's not as small. This is a little smaller. I would say the real F-16's throttle comes out to about here. It's a little longer. The other thing is this right here. On the real F-16, this is about that long. It's significantly longer. You can grab with almost 3 fingers the latch there. But other and of course the sway, the entire range of motion is significantly larger and longer on the real F-16. But as far as the representation that WinWing has done here, in my opinion, great. The only complaint I have on this throttle really is this knob right here. It's not quite the way it is in the real stick or in the real throttle. In the real throttle, this comes out to about here, and you can just push your finger right here and move it. But you got to get right up close to this thing, and you actually accidentally can move that if you're not paying attention or not being careful. So, but other than that, I mean, this thing is very close to the real deal as far as like movement and how it works. And you have to actually unlock this to get it back behind the horn. You actually have a horn. I love it. I think it's great. If you're looking for realism to where it's like exactly like the real thing, this isn't exactly like the real thing. But if you're looking for something that is as close to the real thing as possible, this is it. I really, really like this a lot. Next, the Orion 2 stick base. Same thing, you'll notice same quality of packaging. Inside, you'll find suction cups, Allen keys, and hardware, as well as a USB cable. Pull the base out, remove the plastic, and this thing is entirely made of metal. Again, same level of quality.
Whoa. Yep.
Next is the stick grip.
I like that.
This thing is heavy, feels like it is fully made out of metal as well, and it includes the shaker kit, I believe that's what they call this, which just adds a couple buttons to the stick. On the bottom of the stick, you'll find the PS2 cable. Just pull that out gently.
What the damn it?
Take the tape off and remove the cover.
Softways.
You can plug this in just like you would on a computer, and then place the base gently into the knurled receptacle and twist that until it's plenty finger tight. Once you're done with that, set the set screw in place, tighten that down.
I've learned.
Now, if you're an F-16 heretic, you can add the shaker kit. Pull the plug out, you'll see the receptacle. Just plug the shaker kit in place, and then you're going to need to remove the 2 screws on the side, on either side of the receptacle.
Sit back in my chair like this.
Once they're out, you can put the shaker kit in place. Just tuck the wires inside and stick it in the holes there. Then place the 2 screws, tighten them, and you have an extra trigger now.
I literally can't log in.
Plug in the USB cable. Again, make sure it's in the motherboard. Now, before you update the grip, disconnect your throttle. Make sure that that's the only thing plugged in. Click on the stick, click firmware update, click update F-16J grip, and click OK and OK. Once the update starts, you should see the light flashing on the base of the stick. Now, mine stopped at 57% and would not progress any further. I reached out to WinWing, and they said not to worry about it, that you can start the process over by unplugging the stick and plugging it back in. I went ahead and downloaded the firmware manually from their website, and then used the advanced options to manually update the firmware.
Let this fail out.
Once it's done, I was able to test it. I'm going to move the stick around and see that it is moving in the SimApp Pro software. Test all the buttons, make sure everything is logging in the left and you can see them. And of course you can test the buzzer. Don't be like me. Make sure you pull all the styrofoam out because there is a base plate at the bottom. Again, high quality machining. Take all 4 screws, make sure they are tight and flush.
Favorite candy bar? Almond Joys.
Then you can put in the suction cups on each of the corners.
Coconuts.
Tighten them with the included nuts. I did find the same problems that I did on the throttle suction cups. Same issue. Again, this could be my desk, but they still work as pretty good friction pads. I'm still getting some movement even with the suction cups because they don't really stick to my desk. Again, could just be my desk. All right, so my notes from the flight line. This is what I've got for the stick. Comparing the WinWing stick to the real F-16 stick. The first thing is the trigger. The trigger is fairly close. It's really close to the real thing. You've got the 2 detents. And the first one's really clicky. You can hear that.
Fucking played this.
And the second one's a little bit more of a thump feeling, which was a lot like the real trigger, but I felt that the real trigger, that second detent, had a little bit more of a click. And the feel of the plastic in the real thing was a lot harder plastic. It's more not metallic, but just a tougher plastic. But as far as like the look and feel and operation, this is very similar to the real deal. The pickle button gives on the WinWing stick a little bit more than the real pickle button. By that I mean it's a little easier to press on the WinWing sticks than it is on the real stick. The real stick has a little bit more resistance on the pickle button, and it doesn't move around like that as much. The trim hat floats. You can see it kind of floats around.
Did I dox myself?
And then you can push it all the way to the side and click. But it's not just directional; it actually floats around, and that's the way it is on the real stick. The pinky button is very accurate look and feel down here, but the pinky switch doesn't feel the same. This feels really loose. The real one felt more mechanical, and it had a really audible and
there's no grabbing this
tangible click. You could actually feel the click.
Literally just on it.
And you can kind of hear it, but in the real one, it was very audible. So. Again, I'm splitting hairs here with these critiques, comparing it to the real stick, because that's how good of a replica this is, in my personal opinion. I think it's great. I think it's a great replica of the real F-16 stick. Obviously, minus the shaker, but even the movement, I'm going to hold the base down a little bit here. This is accurate to the real stick. There is a little bit of play at the center, and I think you can adjust that. I'd have to open it up and play around with it, but out of the box, this feels pretty good. That's what you're going to get in the real F-16 fly-by-wire system. It's not going to move much. I think you get about a quarter of an inch movement. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. I really like this. This is
as soon as somebody
a really good replica of the real flight stick. So in my personal opinion, the WinWing F-16 HOTUS setup is a high quality product. I really enjoyed it. I think it's...
Hi everyone. In
You
this
there?
video, we will demonstrate
can you hear me?
how to adjust the
Sorry, I'm in the middle of...
the movable parts.
It appears this set screw is... Well, I figured out the issue.
What was it?
There's a set screw that goes in there, and it just fell out. And when I try to screw it back in, it won't go back in.
It's the worst. I'm having an issue where I can't log into my game because I don't know what the fuck my password is.
That's easy. Just put your password in.
Which one is it? Ah! Figured it out. Good. Good.
It was that one.
Who's that? That
Hello, Bubba.
Hi.
Don't know if you're watching my stream.
Mm-hmm.
are we watching it or suffering it? What? I might have to reset my whole damn computer right now. It's having a fit.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you heard what I just said. Set screw
Yeah, that's
to
Yep.
pitch up is, well, it's not there.
Huh.
It won't screw back
I'll
in.
be back. I'll be back in a minute. My computer's fucked.
Okay.
It's having an issue. It's having a conniption.
So is the set screw gone or
Nope, I have it.
okay? And the threads that it goes into, like, are they like it's just not catching the threads, or what is it?
That's what it seems to be.
Okay. Is the back of the threads open? Like, can you see, like, is it a through hole or? Oh, it like threads into there, like what you're looking at on your stream right now?
I'm about to feel really silly if this is what I think it is. Figured it out. The set screw was already in there. It was just way in there.
Uh-huh.
Hello. Good. I'm here with you. I see your flag. Are you a Canuck?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. That was the end of my joke. I have nothing else to go with it. So are we both waiting on Jesse to get his shit together?
I guess so.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe. Someday. What game do I want to play?
Like if you see my stream on the right hand side here, this is what it's doing. It's just sitting hard all the way down.
That's what she said.
So like the force transducer, like, seemingly is there like a tune for that? I realize I have this thing as well, and I've literally not even downloaded SimApp Pro to play with it yet, so.
No, it's the, well, actually, I'm gonna look something.
You pulled up the schematics. Damn. Is it working?
See, something is You can see it just automatically hits a point and then it just plummets. I can feel it on the stick.
Hmm.
That's weird.
What mode is it in? Like, is it in like hybrid mode or?
This is in realistic, so I'm getting every single little piece of feedback.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tighten these screws here. Maybe it's probably just a loose screw somewhere. I'm now very curious to see where this extra set screw came from. I almost wonder if there was 2 set screws in there.
Looking at your stream, it kind of looks like it is behaving a bit.
Yep, I tightened this one right here. I think there's 2 set screws in this. I'm gonna try to tighten that real quick. I think I know why. And if I'm right, this won't take long. Well, longer than it already has.
For 2 sprints on well in 30.
There are 2 set screws.
in the MFS fixing on the guard plate. Take down the plate and now the inner adjustable module can be extracted out. Second, take down those 4 screws on the module and the factory installed springs as well. Third, fill the springs on all sides until acquired your satisfactory half filling. The more springs applied, the larger pull strength is required. Here is some suggestions proposed by Win-Win install test team. 1. Just install 1 spring on the front, 2 on the rear, and 1 spring on the right side, 2 on the left. Or 2. Put 2 springs on each 4 sides. Applying 3 springs might be too heavy for ordinary aviators. Now restore the adjustable module and guard plate, tighten nor corresponding screws. Finally, put down adjustable set screws. Don't tighten them too much, because you must adjust them against while entering the MFSSB module. Alright, this is the end of how to adjust the returning force. Adjustable set screws. Don't Finally, put down adjustable set screws. Don't tighten them too much, because you must adjust them against while entering the MFSSB module. Alright, this is the end of how to adjust the returning force.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Prickly Hedgehog and welcome to the first episode of Was It Worth It? where we assess flight sim related things in DCS world and other topics as they come to hand. Today, though, we're looking at the WinWing Orion 2 throttle system with the F15 throttle handles, which I bought, well, specifically for Razbam's F15E not long after.
Hi everyone. Note: the convex side must toward outside, that is, toward the gasket on the Now, where the gasket on, take the 4-pin one into the accessory board screws and tighten them on the base. The MFSB centering part to the base. Springs can also be stretched with other method, if no circular pliers available. Be very careful when you use your hand to do this. Don't get scratched. Then, wear gasket on the screws and tighten them on the base. Please note, the convex side still must toward outside, that is, toward the installer. Please follow the same procedure, install the contouring part on the other side. When all MFSB parts are in right position, screw on the stick and adjust the center returning distance. Take down the positioning set screws on both sides of the centering part, and then slowly screw them in. Observing closely on the sensor parts of the upside by screwing them in different degrees. Keep the circular needle bearing in middle if the distance is different in either side. Slightly loosen the screw on the side with larger distance while tighten the one on the upper side. Continue the adjustment until all the distances are equal to each other. After adjusting the distance, put on the locking set screws and fasten them the inner positioning set screws. Alright, this is the end of how to install the MFSB module.
Hey everyone, Reflected here, and today I'd like to show you my brand new joystick, WinWing F16 EX. I got it a week ago,
fingers are too big for those,
and I've been using it ever since, and I think I'm ready to give you a short review with all of its pros and cons. I'd like to state it very clearly that it's not a paid sponsorship, a paid ad or review. WinWing did not send me this stick. I bought it from the WinWing web store. I wish they had, and in case they're watching this and they want to send me, I don't know, an F18 throttle to review, I'll do it. Anyhow, this is probably the best stick I've ever had, and I'd like to let you know why. A bit of a background. I travel a lot, so I don't have a fixed station where I can have fixed mounts and all the cool stuff. I use a laptop, and I have to be able to set it up wherever I am.
Always drop something.
So that's why I've been using a cheap Thrustmaster T16000, which is probably the best bang for the buck. Hands down, bar none, the best cheap joystick on the market. It doesn't feel cheap, it's precise, accurate, comfortable, it has plenty of buttons, super reliable. I absolutely loved it. I only had 2 problems with it. The stick and the base, which was rather wide, was fixed together, so it was really hard to transport it in my backpack and to travel with it. And the other problem was that on top of the stick, I didn't have a whole lot of buttons and hat switches. Actually, the trigger button and 3 more buttons and 1 hat switch, which is okay for a warbird. Borderline, you can get away with it flying a Tomcat, but if you want to fly the Hornet or the F-16, which I'm flying more and more these days, it's just not possible. I mean, you have to reach down and use keyboard assignments to replace all the hat switches. So I thought it was time for an upgrade. I asked around in the community and decided to go for the Winwing. And especially for the F-16EX stick, because not only does it have a whole lot of buttons and hat switches, but it even has some extra ones I will show you. And I got the Orion base with it, which is ideal for desktop mounts, but not ideal for hard mounts, but that perfectly suits me. So let's go through all the pros and cons honestly. Let's be positive, let's start with the pros. So here it is, the stick. Oh, by the way, those cuts on my wrist, that has nothing to do with the DCS AI and my desperation when I try to make them do stuff. It's a surfing accident. I had a bad wipeout and the wave wiped the reef with me and kind of cut my wrist. Weird, but I'm okay. So, first time I got it, I unboxed it, and the first thing that hit me was how amazing the quality is. I mean, I've watched several reviews and they all said that this feels solid and metallic and all that, but I just didn't expect it to be so good. The stick is heavy and it feels like it's made of metal, probably it is. The buttons feel tight and durable, not sloppy at all, not plasticky, just amazing. The assembly was super easy. I'm not a very techy guy, but I just had to plug it in, screw it, and there you go. Fix it with another screw in the front and that's it. So the quality is definitely a plus. The other plus is the size. I don't have my Thrustmaster joystick here, but it was about this tall. So remember my Spitfire training, when you want to apply very smooth, very small inputs? The smaller the stick, the smaller the input you need to apply for the same amount of deflection, so it's harder. But this one, the arm that moves is much, much, much longer, so you can fly a lot smoother. I actually flown the Spitfire with this, and I realized that I need a lot less curve to fly as smooth as I did with the Thrustmaster. And that's without any extensions and stuff. It's already way bigger, way longer. That's pretty cool. I really like this leather thingy. It looks like a gear shifting stick in a car, because let's be honest, there's a lot of dirt and hair and whatnot that falls into the gap with regular joysticks and then just clogs the system, whatever. But this protects everything. Some people listed it as a con. It's kind of weird. It has these sticky thingies fixing it to the table. Some people say that it's not ideal and it moves and not stable, but hey, it's pretty stable. I mean, if I yank the stick fully back hard and fully forward, I can feel a certain amount of movement, but then again, if you fly an aircraft, you rarely yank the stick fully back, fully forward with such force. You want to fly smoothly. So I expected this to be a big con, but I was surprised. I was positively surprised. It's not as bad as you would think. Now let's have a look at this, the adjustable handrest. I have a rather small hand, so I had to raise it a little bit so that I can rest my wrist comfortably and reach all the buttons. But it's super easy. And the big advantage, look at all these buttons. If you can't get away with all these, then I don't know. I don't think you can get away with anything then. So let's start from the bottom. This is an axis. I know lots of sticks have something like this, but it just presses a button. But this one, you can use it as an axis, and when you reach all the way, then it's a button. So you can use it both ways. It's really awesome for the brake axis of the MiG-21 or the Spitfire or the Mosquito. Makes it really easy. Then there's this button, autopilot, disengage, or nose wheel steering. Use it for whatever you like, a pinky button. I love this. It's a 5-way hat. And finally, I can use it as the DLC for the Tomcat. Of course, it's not a spring-loaded wheel, but still, it's at the right spot, you know. It feels right. So these are the buttons. This part is your regular F-16/A-10 stick. You have a weapon release button, 5-way hat, another 5-way hat, another 5-way hat. On top of these, you have an extra mount over here with another 5-way hat, which is slightly tilted, so it fits your finger better. And this one can be pressed, but it's also an axis, like a slew axis, like a mini joystick on your Xbox controller. I've heard that this can be used as a 5-way hat as well. I'm just not sure how, but I'll get back on that later. And if you want an authentic F-16 stick, you can very easily unscrew and dismount this part. But why would you do that? It's pretty amazing. I use these for the real functions, and I use these for the DCS game functions, such as zoom in, zoom out, zoom normal. You know what I mean? So I don't have to sacrifice any of these. Let's turn it around a little bit. You have another 5-way hat here. You have the trigger. It's 2-stage, first stage, second stage. It feels pretty solid. A lot of resistance. It's not like pressing a plasticky little trigger. And then you have this. I'm not sure what it is, but you can use it for a lot of things. This position is one button, this is another button. So it's like a 2-way switch. 1, 2, 1, 2. And also, from here on, it can be used as an axis and another button. That's so amazing. So it's just another axis. I think I will use this one for the brake lever of the Spitfire, because in the Spitfire you pull it like this, like near the top. I think this would be closer to reality, but then again you can use this one as well. It's just amazing. So many switches, so many functions. The possibilities are endless. Another pro is the setup. I mean, took me 30 seconds to put it together. I plugged it in, it self-installed and worked out of the box. Just awesome, super easy. Now let's have a look at the cons, because there are some, and I want to be honest with you. So if you're thinking about buying this stick, you should see the other side of the coin. The first one, I already mentioned, these sticky thingies. I like it. It doesn't disturb me at all, but if you are hard on the stick, it may disturb you. I think it's a subjective personal preference. I also listed the length of the stick as a pro, an advantage, but it can also be a disadvantage. I bought it as a desktop mount. If you use the same surface for your stick and your laptop, and if you are using a laptop and you don't have a big PC screen up there, and if you don't use one of these, let me show you, these laptop stands with a cooler that kind of raises it, it just lies flat on the surface, then the stick would be like this. It blocks out your view. You cannot see the screen. I mean, that's a lot of ifs, and it's not very likely that all of these conditions are met at the same time, but it is a possibility that's worth considering. So keep that in mind. It's big. And another disadvantage is the software. I was really disappointed. You can download a software called SimApp Pro. Super easy to install. And you need this mainly for the dynamic vibration motor. I used a Microsoft Force Feedback 2 stick for a very long time when I flew Rise of Flight, and I loved force feedback. I'm also a real-life pilot, and I just love feeling the airflow and the vibrations and everything through the stick. It adds to the immersion, it makes it so much more realistic. So I was really happy to learn that although it's not a force feedback stick, it has vibration. So it can vibrate when you reach a certain AOA, or you fire the guns, or lower the gear, or touch the ground with the gears. So I was really looking forward to this feature. The way it works is that you select the game, DCS, you select the aircraft, and over here, everything is in the cloud. So over whatever profile you create, it uploads it to the cloud, and anyone can download your profile. So you have all these profiles that you can download and use, select and use, and you run them. Easy. I think that's brilliant. You don't have to use file sharing to share your profile. You see everything here. It's just one click. Problem is, there was none for the F-14 Tomcat. I couldn't download anything, so I created my own, and that is a nightmare. Let me show you. Now these are a little bit simplified, but let me show you a F-16 profile. This is so not user-friendly. I can't even begin to tell. You have to manually add and delete these points one by one, add the values. So it's not like you can easily create a curve. You have to calculate the values and then set up different curves for different speeds, and you cannot copy paste anything, although you have all these options like gear in flight, so the drag, gear touch ground, speed brakes, weapon fire, angle of attack at different airspeeds. But again, this is in meters per second. How do you figure out what speeds you need, what angle of attacks you need, what's the vibration percentage? I managed, but it took a while. It's really not user-friendly. And then I went in game and realized that some of these didn't have any effect. Sometimes the vibration kept going even after the condition was not met anymore. Like I raised the landing gear and it was still vibrating. I exited the mission and it was still vibrating. Or fire cannon shells. So it should vibrate for about 0.1, maybe 0.2 seconds. And then each time I fired my cannons, it vibrated for 3 seconds. So it's just weird. It doesn't really work as expected. It's kind of bugged. It keeps vibrating at times when it should have stopped. It's just weird. But I was willing to accept that until, and this is the biggest con ever, I realized that I have at least 10 to 20 FPS less than before. And I was wondering what on earth happened. And then I did some Googling and I realized that it's a common issue. So under your saved games folder, under scripts, the WinWing software creates a folder called WWT. And this is what's slowing down the game. And that's just terrible. I can't take it. It's not acceptable. So what I did was I deleted this folder and voila, the game was running smoothly again. But when I restarted my computer, the folder was there again. So I had to open the task manager and disable the WinWing software from starting when Windows starts. There is a setting option in the Sim App Pro, but somehow it doesn't work, so you have to use the task manager. User-friendly or not, working or not, it doesn't matter because it costs me 10 to 20 FPS, and we're not talking about 100 FPS by default. So when you have 40 and you sacrifice 20, that's a big change. It's just not worth it. So I'm not using this Sim App Pro, and now it runs smoothly, but on the downside, I don't have any vibration functions. It's a pity. So if you want to buy the WinWing stick for the vibration, that's your main decisive factor, think again. But vibration aside, if you don't care about that, it's still amazing. Another disadvantage is a little bit of dead zone. So I'm not sure if you can see, but if I move the stick this much, only just a little bit, ever so slightly, it does not register in game, even though I have no dead zone set up for any of my curves. I'm not sure why it is. I tried to calibrate. Maybe there's a way to solve this. If you know a way, let me know in the comments. But as it stands now, it has a tiny bit of dead zone. Doesn't matter that much, but if you fly Spitfires, you know that sometimes this is all it takes to fly the Spitfire. And with this, you're mostly staying in the dead zone. So you need larger movements. So this is it. This was my honest first impression review after a week of use. The WinWing F-16EX with the Orion base. Overall, it's a massive improvement. I thought it would be an improvement after my Thrustmaster T-6000, but I did not expect it to be such a massive, game-changing improvement. And I'm really, really impressed with the quality and everything. And even the ordering process was so easy. It was out of stock, but I placed an order, and a few weeks later they told me they have it, and everything was so smooth. Shipping, customer service, everything. I can highly recommend WinWing If my Thrustmaster Warthog throttles ever break, then I will definitely replace it with a Winwing throttle. That's how impressed I am. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you're looking at this stick and considering buying one, I hope this little review was helpful. If you have any questions, remarks, or I said something stupid, or you know something that I don't and that would help me or the others, please let me know in the comments. Alright, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya.
Well, if there's one thing that's true in the flight sim community, it's that we love our hardware. So let's take a look at some. A big thank you to Winwing for sending me the Orion 2 throttle base, as well as the F-15E and EX handles for the Orion. We're going to kind of take a look at this in two different ways. We're going to look at the Orion 2 base, and then we're going to look at the F-15E handles. I've got the EXs installed, and then I've got the E's here on the side. So first thing I want to talk about is the actual putting it together. It came in 3 different boxes. You know, no surprises in putting it together necessarily. It didn't come with a manual. There's not a manual available online as of the time of this video. Putting it together really wasn't a big challenge. There was a little hunting and pecking trying to figure out which order things go in, and of course I always chose wrong. You just got to screw in the cables first, then mount the brackets, and then mount the whole thing to the stanchions that are coming out of the throttle base, out of the Orion 2 base. And then once you got that screwed in, you're good to go. You can put in the little finger lift blocks in the center once that's all done and slide those in there. It took me about 30 minutes. Again, that was with me with really no guidance whatsoever, just kind of messing around. So if you've already got an Orion base, I'm sure you probably already understand the mechanics of it as well. All right, so overall, the Orion 2 is a good-looking piece of kit. It's heavy, it's sturdy, it lights up, it's got a ton of switches. It's got about 8 switches and 5 dials. The dials all have a push function. It's got a couple other buttons scattered around. It's got 2 sliders on the side. Overall, good-looking piece of kit. Like I said, a couple little things that I personally would change. The sliders are a little big, and because they're so close together, they end up kind of TPing together and covering up one of the other dials. I'm not really sure what I'd use the sliders for myself, so I'll probably just leave them center mass. But I think, you know, maybe if they were offset or maybe the handles themselves weren't so long, then that wouldn't be a problem. One thing else I do like about the base itself is it's got these suction cup pads you can screw onto the bottom, which will help it from sliding around. I'm sure you can also bolt it down to the ground. I haven't read the manual for the Orion itself, but it's got some what looks like some spots here where you could get some long bolts and plop it in and hardwire it or hard attach it to something. But I think the suction cups was a nice addition for people just use it on their tabletop, and maybe they need to remove it. They don't have a set area where they can play. So good thinking on that one. So again, overall, good stuff on the Orion. Something that I'm not used to. I'm not necessarily complaining about it. I kind of feel like there's stuff all over the place. You know, it's got buttons on the top. It's got buttons on the side, on the bottom. I'm used to more kind of on the base, based on things that I've used in the past. Again, I'm not against it. It's just something that I'm not used to. So it's going to take a little bit of doing for me to get used to kind of reaching around the throttle to the other side for some buttons. Some of it's going to be memory items of where they're at. There's, 5 switches and a dial up there. So it's not a huge deal. But again, it's just a little bit different than what I'm used to. All right, so let's talk about the F-15 grips. And I'm going to use the F-15E one here as an example. The F-15E right side, I've got the left side here as well. The left side is basically the same for the 2 of them. I think
okay,
the one has
that was fun.
Motor. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Whereas the E shouldn't have the vibration. They both feel the same. They both feel the same weight. So I'm not really sure if they've just added something in there for weight or if it's just me. Can't tell the difference. For the E, it looks pretty much like what you'd expect from the actual aircraft. It's got the mostly 2 to 3-way switches here. In fact, all of these on the side are you know, click it forward, click it back, click it center.
You still there, bub?
Hello.
5-way switch.
You flying, Mish?
Front, as well as the
Yeah.
TC, you know, hat.
I got
Yeah.
it all
For the left
fingered
grip,
out.
You've got
Got it all
the,
figured out?
Single button.
Yep.
Which looks like it's
I had
functioning
to
as a 4-way switch,
take it all apart
as
to
well as
figure
there's 2 sort of extra
out that it
buttons,
was
if
very,
you
very
will, on
simple
either
to
side.
fix.
And then the dial for the radar And then the
As
flare
usual.
dispense
Ain't that a
button that's
bitch?
there on the sides, like a paddle switch. Now again, that's duplicated for both the left.
But yeah, I am
EX
down.
and the E, so we'll skip over
I'm
that
just
for
doing
the next one. Now for
some
the EX,
dog fights.
I like this because it's got a lot more options.
Well,
Something I
I
was worried
was
about,
waiting.
when I knew this was coming, was that the F15 throttle really doesn't have that many options for buttons, and I like to have options, especially if I'm flying lots of other aircraft. I have different ways I have things mapped, particularly something like the A10 where there's just a ton of things. This one's got that. So on the side where you just have those momentary switches, or those three-way switches, you've got basically 3 or 4 four-way switches, as well as some dials in the front on the right side. We'll talk about that here in a second. But again, this gives you more options. We've got 3 different 4-way switches with a depress. And then as well, like I said, there's 2 dials on the front. One's got a depress and the other does not. Both of them are spring-loaded, and it's one thing that I'm not a fan of. I'll save that here for a second. And then, like I said, the left side is basically the same for the EX. Now we do have the finger lifts with the little block that you can install. You can remove it if you want. Personally, other than it's just kind of a neat feature, I don't see how it affects DCS. If these were switches, if somehow you could use these finger lifts as actual switches in the game, I think that would be phenomenal.
One thing about this joystick is getting it dialed in.
Because otherwise, they just kind of...
So I ended up... So I got mine, finally. It took a little bit.
Of course, it comes with another block you can put in on the front of the slide.
And I haven't downloaded SimApp because so far it's seemingly like it feels pretty good, so...
It's not a
like, I'm just not going to mess with a good thing.
It's just kind of a probe.
Because you're smarter than I am.
I'd like to see it maybe with some sort of rubber tip or something. It's just not comfortable when you do mess with it. But again, you're not going to mess with it that much. But when we talk about comfort, this is my complaint on this design. And maybe
I got the kill. So I went and I made a
Dickver?
Yeah, I got a sweet mission to fly that I think will be fun, that I think highlights kind of every aspect of it. No, this way. Recenter my view. Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I still can't believe I got this force field wings for free by just fucking around.
Is it still working? Like everything's still...
Yep.
Okay.
Like a champ.
Hell yeah. Okay, so... Oh, wait, no, I need to do multiplayer first. Host a game.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. I wasn't gonna crack it open, but I really don't have time during the day to do this kind of stuff. Gotta watch kids and get
No,
yelled at by the
dude,
wife.
it's all good, man. It's all good. Alright, saved. Make sure grab that one. Which one was it? I think it was this one, I think I was looking at. Yeah, Cobra 5, that was the one. Cool. I will stream.
The missile animations are so bad.
Oh, I know, they're terrible. My Discord, there it is. Okay. Found it. Found it. Dreamy stream screens. Okay, cool. are you in right now? Just in a furball?
A little bit.
I see. Can't forget, I need to activate my voice shit.
Tell you what, this set screw and this wind wing thing is doing absolutely fuck all for the grip.
Oh, is it like getting loose?
Yeah.
Man, I had to go and get like a freaking like wrench. Tighten that with a wrench, and then I would use the set screw.
The collar. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also didn't get a set screw, so I ended up having to get I found one, and it's like an Allen head, so I had to think of maybe a little bit more torque on it. Like, it's a pretty big Allen head.
Yeah, after this going around, I am very unimpressed with Windwing.
Yeah.
They make cheap gear, and that's what it is when it comes down to it. I mean, some people don't have any issues, but
that seemingly is the, like, I think what I see on, like, HOTAS Discord and stuff. I got my server up, so whenever. No IVC, though.
no IVC.
No IVC.
No IVC.
I'll try it at some point, maybe, but Discord works.
Yeah, there's no reason if we got Discord.
Yep.
I'm not sure if there was a program to get the ICP to work with BMS.
What's not working on it? Is it the dauber?
No, this the ICP itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me go. Well, let me open SimApp Pro, that garbage app.
Oh, is it a WinWing one? Oh,
Yeah.
like the display.
Yep, the
UFC
for the F16, the IFC.
Yeah. No, sorry. I thought you meant are you thinking of the actual like the buttons or the display that's on it?
The display.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one I don't know. I was like, holy shit, the buttons don't work.
Yeah, all the we got all LCD on. There we go.
What does that normally display? Like DED stuff?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Knowing BMS, there's probably a option to select to get it to work.
Probably. Luckily, that one at least is like up and not your eye line.
Hey, I gotta get my left MFT working now. One sec.
Yeah, no worries. Make sure that... Yeah, we're halted. Good. Time is not going on.
Here we go.
Sweet.
You're a sweet.
Thank you.
What is config? Oh, never mind. Whoops. Weather commander, avionics configurator. Whatever.
I think avionics configurator doesn't work right now anyway.
Multiplayer. Surprise, butt sex.
Ooh, hello. So, come on in, the water's fine. I got a campaign up.
Oh my.
We're the 13th when the campaign screen comes up. Online, I think.
How do I... Is it going to come up by itself, or do I have to click on
I
it?
think it's online, yeah. I can't see your stream as it's being lame again, but it'll get better in a second. And then I'll be able to see again, because I'll blurry. Oh yeah, there it goes, there it goes. So yeah, go to campaign. If you go, and then I think there's an option for online. Yeah, there it is. Top there. Up, up, up. Yeah, 13th Fighter Squadron at Gunsan. That's the one. Hey, that's me. All right, and there we go. So we are package 3682, which is a seed escort for a 4-ship of Harriers. We've got a 2-ship of Phantoms with us as well. HTS and Harms. So, really briefly, because pre-planned threats, so pre-planned like threat rings don't show up, you have to put them in yourself.
Put what in myself? Sorry.
So like pre-planned threat rings. So anything that would like normally show up like on your HSD, we need to go in and put it in based upon the best intel that we have.
I just went in with the data cartridge to Harm and loaded it.
Nice. You could like. So we have HTS pods as well, so you don't like that's we can just use the HTS. But you can change like what modes come off automatically. If you go into MFD, you can change like what modes, like what each one has by default.
Sweet.
Yeah, but what I'll get you to do. Do you have? Can you see my stream on Discord real quick? We're gonna do something. We're gonna add a pre-planned threat. I'm actually gonna delete one here. So let me know if you see it.
I'm watching.
Cool. So I've got a few already in here. So there's some SA5s up here. There's an SA2 here. But we're going to be operating in this area down here at Stair 5. So we want to have these SA2s. We want to have like knowledge of them because that's probably what we're going to be fighting. So to do that, I'm just going to right click anywhere where there's no symbol. And I'm going to go down here to set pre-planned threat steer point. I'm going to select that. And it just gives me that little diamond. It isn't anything right now. So I just click it. And I have this option I can then do any of these as points. So I'm going to select SA2, hit accept, and then I'm just going to move that to this airfield here, because to the best of our knowledge, there's an SA2 at this airfield and at that airfield. And that is how you build threat steer points. There are other, like, you
right click, click SA2.
So here, I'll watch your stream again. So right click anywhere on there. Oh, they're all actually, sorry, because you're on my, they're on my file, the threat steer points are already on there.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I was looking at my stream. So yeah, right click somewhere. Apologies, I led you astray. On like a blank part of the map. And then go to down to pre-planned threat steer point. A little bit lower. Set pre-planned threat steer point. A little lower, a little lower. Between set bullseye. There you go. It's right below set bullseye. Yep. Cool. So it's off in the water right now. So you can just click it and select SA2 and then hit accept. On the little pop-up.
Or it's at this airfield over here.
Yep. A little bit lower. Yep. That airfield, and that airfield right to the southeast as well. So you're gonna make 2. So you can just put that on top of it. Yeah, right on there. And then just right click anywhere else. Do the same thing. Yeah, you got it. Right click like in a blank part of the map. Bingo. And just click it. And create it as an SA2.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. There's other things you can do too. Like I like doing I like having the DMZ. You don't necessarily have to. Like I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'll do like a little bit. So like you can do threat lines. So I'll just do set steer point lines, and I'll just start creating a set steer point line, additional line in line 1. And this will show up on my HSD as additional line in line 1. I think you can have 5 or 6 different. There. I now have the DMZ plotted out on. It'll show up on my HSD. So I know if I pass that line that I'm basically up in bad guy land. Real quickly before
steer point line, is that how you did that?
Yep. So it'll be in like line 1.
Yeah, it's grayed out.
Oh, okay. Here, hold on, sorry. I'll go back in. Yeah, so set steer point line. Oh, okay. Additional line. If it's grayed out, it means you might have too many in there. Did you add a bunch? I can't quite tell your
I didn't
stream
add anything.
What about line 2?
I clicked on it. I clicked on one of them, but
your stream goes fuzzy occasionally. Oh, and then it goes back again. Just right click somewhere that's on the map. Just anywhere. Well, you've got a bunch of lines somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think you have a bunch somewhere. They're just hidden. Might have been when you were clicking it.
okay.
Just follow along. Also, I think, go back into your data cartridge real quick. Go to link 16. It's so annoying. I can't fucking see. There we go. If you hit, were you hitting load and then save?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You only need to do the 3 that you need to do are COM, IFF, and Link 16, and you need to hit the where it says L16 plan there. In the bottom right. Yep. And then go to IFF. You only need to save it once, so go to IFF now.
Oh, okay. I was hitting load,
Yep.
not IFF plan.
Yeah, so do L16 plan, IFF plan, and then COM plan. And then you just
save
hit
once.
And then you just save once, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so now your data cartridge is done. So yeah, this flight is taking off in 3 hours, so we've got a bit of time. I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna hit takeoff. So, do you want to do it from cold and dark?
What time is it? We can just take off. That's fine. We can taxi.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hit takeoff then, and I'll go to taxi. I think we still have to load data cartridges, if I remember. But that's not the end of the world. Make sure as well if you have any, like I have panels that have like INS alignments and like INS modes. BMS. Do you ever have like the in DCS? I think it's the setting where it's like it'll mirror like whatever.
Yes.
Whatever your
just
physical
like
button
earlier
is.
today, my gear kept going down.
Yep. Yeah, so I always have to like always be aware of that, is that it's always that way. Like it will snap to whatever your physical button is no matter what. Whereas like DCS will it will want you to like put the input in again. So yeah, I figured this one will be good. A, because it's seed and pretty fun, and B, because it's actually like there's a we're with a package.
I like it.
And there's Harriers, so that's cool.
I like that.
Okay. And that's on. Okay.
You said there's a bunch of extra stuff to do when you start the Viper in BMS?
Yep. There's a couple switches that are not on by default. One of which will cook your avionics, so it's handy to follow, like go do like a cockpit flow. And there's like you can cook your engine too. So that's something to just be very aware of, is you can hot start it. As long as you let it get above 20% and the sec light come off, the odds of it hot starting are pretty low. I've never had an engine hot start if I let it those two things happen. If I get like antsy in my pantsy, then yeah, definitely. Okay, maybe we don't have to load. Yeah, no, okay, we don't have to load DTC. That's good. Okay. What time is it? Takeoff time is... Taxi's at...
Papa Echo, hold short, runway 18, Cobra.
Request taxi for departure.
Cobra 5, 2 shift, F-16s. Request taxi. Good afternoon, Cobra 5. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo, and then hold short. Runway.
Do I have to do
18.
something, or is it?
Make sure you're on UHF 2.
No, I hear everything. I'm just still on the screen with the T minus 4 minutes. Oh, there we go. Guess it just waits for you to load first.
Taxi, Charlie, Papa, Echo, and then hold short. Runway 18.
Alright, we've got our taxi clearance, so...
Eagle 7 taxiing.
I'm starting to taxi out.
And my MFDs are borked. But okay.
Ah! Okay.
Wonder if I could fix some real time.
I don't know. We will have a bit of hold time too. Because our hold is... what is it? We got like 6 minutes of hold time, so... Takeoff is 4:01. Why the right hard point's on? We don't have anything on the right hard point.
Magic 4-1 sunrise.
I want to beat feet. Those eagles are trying to race you. Oh yeah, no, there you are, right there. Cool. I'm gonna speed up the taxi a little bit.
Then you're on UHF 2?
Uniform 2. Once we're at hold short, it will be Uniform 3.
Sky conditions, no significant clouds. Temperature, plus
And not
0.9
that
degrees
matters,
Celsius.
but because we're in Discord, but
Altimeter,
we would be
2976 inches.
Victor 16.
Gunson, information
for
Delta.
interflight, but
Runway 18.
that don't matter. Shit, that's 4. Wonder where they're going.
Cobra 5-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Switch Victor 3.
2.
Uniform 3.
4 F-15 inbound from overhead landing.
Request departure. Or did I get that wrong? Oh yeah. Ready for departure.
4 from the sound tower. Continue inbound 4, runway 18, cleared for all red. Cobra 5, 2 shift, F-16s, ready for departure. Cobra 5 from the sound tower, weight 230 at 10 knots, runway 18, you're cleared for takeoff.
Line up.
It'll be ready for immediate. We got somebody inbound.
Yep.
Plus over the overhead.
I think they were just requesting it. Probably still 30 out. All right, good jet.
2's good jet. Set.
All right, run them up. Let's go.
Eagle 7-4 ship F-15 ready for departure. Eagle 7, hold short.
Two's gear.
Cobra 5-1, contact departure. 1,
Report airborne.
Cobra 5, airborne, 2 ship F-16s, 1000.
Cobra 5, Kunasan, departure. Depart heading 300. Resume on navigation.
Okay, depart 300. Who heads 0.2? Helmet. Alright. So, now we play the game of timing.
Were we supposed to push frequencies?
We would have pushed 4, but I've reported us, so we can push uniform 6 now. When I was looking at like what fighter squadron to grab, so this is the one that I'm playing on my other one. I was like, oh, maybe we could do like a Block 40, because the HUD is really cool, but the only problem with the Block 40s is there's no IFF interrogator.
Oh.
So you kind of got to rely on either Link 16 or declare calls. Okay, so we are holding steer 2, and our push time is 0420. Is it 0420 05 off of steer 3.
I had the MFDs configured for the F-15. I forgot to switch them back to the 16.
Oh. Were you figuring that out on the fly there, or?
No, I haven't. I'm not sure if I can do it.
Okay.
I guess I could try.
And
I'm not lead though. I'm trying to stay off your wing, so.
yeah. Who are we with today, anyway? I think we're with Magic. Who's our controlling agency? We're with Sentry 5 today. Our hold point is up here. Looks like the Harriers are still on the deck. Can you confirm if you look down to the left, if you see the amphib, do you see little circles around it? Like, is your Link 16 configured correctly?
Hey, firm.
Hey, sick. Our holdout is 22,000. We're above 10, so we're gonna go to 2992. I'm getting slow. And we'll set bingo to 49. 4.9.
Bingo set.
Okay, so we taxi started today, but whenever we do a ramp start, the ones that are going to be different are the air source knob, which is kind of like right elbow right in front of the armrest. That is defaulted to off, so that has to go to norm. And the engine feed knob, which is like wide left above the light panel, that's set to off as well. So you need to actually have engine feed set. The other thing is the handoff button for the RWR. The way the RWR works is different. So you power it on like you normally would, and then up to the left of the RWR.
Tier 2, push power.
Oh, I'm on Victor. Oh, I'm wondering why am I hearing fucking Harrier talk. I'm on Victor 15. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's the top of that kind of like the half triangle, the very top button. It should be lit up right now anyway. That's the handoff button. When you turn your RWR on, you have to turn that on as well, because if you don't, you won't get the PRF handoff from like search to track. So you could be being tracked by airborne radar or a missile and you wouldn't know it. So you have to hit the handoff button too. Luckily it's done for us today, so it's not that big of a deal. But just some minor differences.
Good to know, my friend.
Also, you don't have to futz around with manual or semi for the ECM pod. That actually bit me because I flew the DCS Viper last night because I wanted to bind it, and I couldn't figure out why my fucking ECM pod wasn't working, and my radar turned off. It's because I forgot that they make the distinction of what if you're either manual or semi. This one you can be either like your CMIS mode, you can be in manual or semi. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, one is it uses the radar when you use it.
So this one, what it does, so I'm going to start like kind of a left orbit here. We've got time. So what it does here is a little different. I don't know whether it's just like whether it's a difference of documentation or what. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. In this one, they do cones of coverage for ECM. So the pod is most effective in like an arc, in like a 60-degree arc in front of you and downward. So if you're below somebody, your ECM pod is blocked. It doesn't really do its job. Now, so one is, and it's split up into two arcs, front and rear. So one is activating the rearward arc only, so it's leaving your radar completely unaffected. Two is activating the front and the rear arcs, but similar in that it will only activate if you're being actively illuminated by that band. And three is both arcs on all the time, so it's like noise jamming. So basically, one is rear arc only self-protect jamming, two is front and rear arc self-protect jamming, and three is noise jamming. Clear as mud?
Yep. I mean, I remember, learning that before. 1, 2, 3. I think we always just kept it in 2.
Yeah. 2, I think for what we would be doing today, seeing as how we're on a Weasel mission, 2 would probably be the safest. Because we could use it both front and rear. If I'm like flying air to air, then I probably put it in 1.
Yeah, put it all energy up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I want my radar to be working perfectly, and then if I'm evading a missile and I'm turning cold, that's when I want my jamming to be doing its jamming shit. But even then, I can't remember what band it is. I think it's number 3 or number 4. So if you wanted to say, and it's modeled as far as I know. Actually, I'm gonna try it. Hold on. Turn my transmit on. Actually, you won't be able to tell. I think it's, so it's either 3 or 4 is your own radar band. So if you turn off that button that corresponds to that band, your radar is not jammed. So you could have full noise jamming and but not within your radar band, and your radar is unaffected. The only downside to that is other fighter radars tend to, I think it's F band, I think. Like other fighter radars are in that band, so you're kind of, shooting yourself in the foot a little bit. Okay, what are the Harriers doing?
I see him on data link over there.
Oh yeah, this is the real, I love this function. This function's awesome. Hover your cursor over me and look at the top bar. That's all the information that you get off of Link in this. So if I hover over you, I can tell it's CA, so Cobra 6-2, or Cobra 5-2, sorry, Cobra 5-2. You're at 21,000, you've got 4 medium range missiles, you've got 2 harms, and you are sitting at 9.8 right now in gas.
That's cool.
So yeah, weapon and fuel state is transmitted over Link 16, which is really cool. There's also like a degraded version of Link in this, which is IDM. When I first did flights with Plob, way back whenever I first started dabbling in this, Link 16 hadn't come out yet. They hadn't done the U4 update. So it was only IDM, which is basically just like a call and receive method. It's like IFF out and IFF in was used for it. You literally had to like if you wanted to sample where your buddies were on the IDM, like you had to like basically send a ping out and they would return it and it would show up on HSD. And it had this obnoxious fucking noise. It's still in here, like we could turn it on. I don't remember how. And like certain older blocks of Vipers don't have it. So, or they don't have Link 16, so you end up flying with like if you fly in a mission in this theater with Block 32 Korea jets, or F4s for that matter, neither of them have Link 16, so they just don't show up unless they're eliminated by command and control. Okay, what are we at here? Alright, perfect. So we're gonna head straight for Steer 3 now, and we are on time. We're actually 20 seconds late, but
Shame.
I mean, I guess we are flying with Phantoms this mission.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, they are not going to show up on Datalink at all, so they're showing up on Link right now, but only a single contact. I think that's off there are 3 o'clock.
Vapor 6-1, package marshal.
Yeah, that's them. Okay, from push we're gonna go lights out and music on. We're 7 miles from push.
Why is my weapon off?
Okay, switch to 4.
This MFG thing is fucking annoying right now.
So is it like in the wrong place, or?
Yep. My right MFD is on the bottom, and I have RWR on the right.
Ah, okay.
Music on. That is...
Seamus aft.
That's what I thought. And that's now?
Yeah, we're pushed. So now the goal here is make sure we hit our numbers correctly, because we don't want to outpace our package and we don't want to lag behind. So package.
It says my weapons are off. I'm trying to... This is weapon off. I'm trying to go to my... Man, it's been a while.
Good. Go to air to ground mode.
I'm already in it.
And go to SMS.
Yep, did that already too.
And you powered them on?
I go to SMS, and all I see is SJ. Just jettison.
And you're in air to ground mode?
Oh, there we go. Never mind. I'm not used to doing this like this.
Oh, yep.
This is brand new. Wow. Okay. Now it says hot.
Yep.
Still says... I mean, it still says weapon off. Are they heating up?
Probably.
It says hot next to them.
Mine are on right now.
So I'm supposed to populate my MFDs right now.
With what?
I don't know.
I mean,
nothing's there.
Okay.
They're blank,
we
so...
might...
2-1, package marshaled.
Oh, like they're blank? Like they don't even
Yep.
have anything on the bottom row?
So I'm just clicking on AGM 88 on both. Do I have to do the L118 as well?
No.
I didn't think so.
As long as you power them on in the SMS page in air to ground mode, I think you'll be alright. We got slightly... Oh shit, we got slightly bigger problems though. We got MiG-21s off the nose.
Oh shit, yeah. I got 4 of them?
Looks like 2 of them that might be coming, and we got an unknown contact. We got a bogey straight off the nose at 21,000, but knowing where he is, he's probably a bad guy. We got MiG-29s too. Okay, switch steer 5.
Carrier 2-1, package departing the push point.
We might get into a joust first. Maybe not. Okay, those MiGs off our nose have turned around, and so the fulcrums. The fulcrums are turned cold.
I'm still seeing you guys at 21,000 feet, opposite direction.
Straight ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I got them on like there turning.
Yep. So steer 5 is our seed zone.
Roger, 282 for 59 is what I'm showing.
I don't love this unknown contact. We haven't populated it yet. I don't know what it is. Holy shit. Oh, early campaign.
Like,
okay.
Are we self-escort? Is there not somebody out here capping?
We've got an escort behind us, but they're escorts for the Harriers. So we're kind of the tip of the spear right now. So I'm thinking what we'll do right here now is... Let's slow it up a little bit. We're outpacing a bit. I'm thinking what we're gonna do is if we get into an air-to-air joust, fire 1, flow cold, because we've got a bit of space between us and we got quite a bit of space between us and the Harriers. So if we shoot flow cold, then we should be able to kind of bide our time that way. That's a lot of bad guys. Fuck.
You want to get some altitude just in case?
Yeah. Let's go up to 30. I'm just gonna kind of get put nose high 5 degrees up.
They're just hanging out over there. You never know if they're gonna frickin'.
I mean, there is 2 air bases over there, so. Okay, I'm starting to resolve those MiG-21s on the kind of off our nose to the left. Yeah, they're hot on us right now. Shit, shows the right. Shows the right.
That
group.
is a lot of MiG-21s.
Yup. Okay, I'm gonna. Looks like you got the left group locked. I'm gonna lock the right group.
Roger.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot at 20 at the right group.
Roger, I'll shoot at 20 on the left. I'm at 22 right now.
Copy.
2's going into burn. How many? Just shoot 2? What?
I'm gonna shoot 1 and flow cold.
Roger, 2's Fox 3.
2, Fox 3 medium.
Fox 3.
2's left, skating left.
I'm skating right. Okay, I'm Pitbulls. Skating.
Same. Two's headed 140, Angels 30.
Copy. I got tally on Bandit.
Carrier 2, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft, bullseye 2, 4, 7, 5, 21,000.
The Harriers have AMRAAMs too, so.
6, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft, bullseye 2, 4, 7, 5, 21,000.
Okay. Let's once we get around these phantoms, let's turn back around. I'm gonna sort the guy to he'll be on my right as soon as we come back around. Hold on, what is he doing?
How do you got him? Do you have him on SA or something?
I see him on link right now. Okay, I'm turning back around.
Roger, I'm right behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the right guy. If I can.
Vapor 6, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 305, 24,000. Carrier 2, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft, bullseye 2, 4, 8, H3, 21,000.
Firing.
Fox 3 medium, 6-1, engaging. Target, Rob 2, 6, 5, 6, 22,000.
Okay, the phantoms are on them too. Okay. I'm sitting behind the phantoms. I see 2 splashes.
Roger, those both friendlies right there?
Yeah, we got friendlies down there right now.
Yep, I got 2 off the nose right now.
Okay, yeah,
on data link.
I got him on.
Oh, never mind, I got him data link.
Yeah, check him stand. They're good mode force.
Vapor 6, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 30021, 21,000.
Okay, and I see you down there.
Is this already set to bullseye?
Yep.
Gotcha. So the cursor, lower left-hand corner in blue.
Yep.
Carrier 2, entry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft bearing 31520, 19,000.
They're engaging. They're engaging something. They're engaging those fighters off those unknown contacts on link. I just saw those phantoms shoot a missile. I don't know what those are. I'm waiting for 13. If I don't see those things blow up, I'm shooting.
Yeah, I see
13.
flares.
Shooting.
Box 3 medium.
Vapor 6, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 2H5, 19,000.
Shit, that's a furball over there.
I see 2 of them.
Yep.
They both enemies?
No, we got a friendly in the mix there.
I don't see anybody on radar, but I see him visual.
Okay, I think one of them just got splashed.
Carrier
Yep.
2, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 290, 17,000.
I don't know if that's a bad guy or not. Let's,
I got him locked right now.
Okay, we got a Vapor buddy spike. We got a good guy buddy spike. Okay, let's let the Phantoms do their work.
Vapor 6-2, buddy spike.
Alright, that must be him.
Okay. Swapping air to ground.
1, Pitbull.
3, Pinball.
I got another guy right off the nose, 18,000.
Be advised, threat aircraft bearing 065,
Nope, he's breaking up.
17,000.
Copy.
I got another 2 right off the nose here.
Okay, we're in, what the hell? I got
We're
a
friendlies.
friendly. Okay,
Carrier 2, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft, bullseye 260, 41, 21,000.
I'm looking for you here.
got a 2 track radar. Looks like it's up. Trying to grab him.
I'm about 7 miles astern of you.
Copy. Come on. Come on.
I got a guy, Bulls 259er for 45, hot. Angels 21.
Defensive SA2. Defensive SA4, actually. Yeah, I got eyes on launch. Shit,
Yep,
come
I
here,
see the
baby.
smoke. Missile's turning.
Carrier 2, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft, bullseye 265, 48.
See if I can OG this thing. Come on! Yep, OG'd it.
Good job.
Defeated. I'm
Still says my weapon's not on.
He's on me again. Missile's gone dumb. No track, no track.
Alright, so SA4 over there.
Yup.
Oh shit!
There he
Oh
is.
shit!
Was that on you?
Oh, out G'd. Or is that you? Oh, that's a missile. Slow moving missile.
Yeah.
I'm headed cold. I'm trying to figure out why my gun or. Oh, there we go. That's why. That's what I was looking for earlier. There we go.
Carrier 2, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft, bullseye 265, 56, 21,000. Vapor 6, Sentry 5, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 01020, 21,000.
All right,
I'm turning
we're gonna
back
try to
around
get
on that.
Sam.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that 4.
Roger. State 6.6.
Copy 5-5. Okay, I got the 4 acquisition radar.
Roger. I'm turning back hot on it.
Magnum.
Magnum.
Five is saying hello. my speed right now. I'm
Nothing.
slow.
Vapor 6, entry 5, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 005, age 19,000. Carrier 2,
So you're going after that 4, you want me to go after it too?
Bullseye 260.
See if we can put something into that SA2 behind it. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Put something into that if you can.
Acquired.
Yeah, that 5's chirping at us, but that's just a chirp right now. I got a 2 track radar.
I got 2 of them. Magnum.
Copy.
Magnum.
Two's defensive. I didn't see the smoke.
Yep. Yep. Tally missile. Tally missile.
Threat aircraft bearing 275, 115,000.
Oh, tally.
2, entry 5, be advised, threat aircraft, bullseye 260, 57, 16,000.
I don't want the search. I want the track. Come on, give me the track. Give me the track.
Think I out-G'd the missile.
I got that 4. Is that thing still up? Magnum.
On the missile launch.
Vapor 6, entry 5,
2's
be
defensive.
advised, threat aircraft bearing 055, 18, 19,000.
Stay alive down there.
Oh! I saw it right as it hit me.
I think I just got it though.
2's punching out.
Copy. Oh shit.
Also, I don't know how to punch out.
You gotta hold the ejection handle in between your legs.
I blacked out.
Oh. Come here, baby, come here.
And I'm dead.
Alright, let's turn into it.
What's up?
Try to OG that.
Yeah, I got cocky. I'm not used to actually being able to see missiles.
Yeah.
Vapor 6, entry 5, be advised, threat aircraft, bullseye 270, 30, 19,000.
What's our full time here? Not 4 still saying hello to me. Nav is 4:38. Let's get out of this thing's threat ring. Are those Harriers moving away? Yeah, they are. Okay. And I'm bingo.
Getting shot down sucks.
Yeah.
That and I didn't have any force feedback that entire time on my seat. Third world problems.
If indeed, because there was a trial period too. I wonder if you were in the trial. He fixed it now, where you can just like buy a license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do one now.
like, yeah, it's like through like Buy Me a Coffee, so it's like actually like
Oh, okay.
not some like shady like PayPal a dude in Bohemia or something.
I don't remember how to configure these things. These RTTs. I don't think it's RTT client. I think it's... No, it's not server either.
What was their time on target? There.
How the hell do you... There's ICP, but didn't display anything. I remember it was extremely easy. I just don't remember. I think there's another button for views.
Carrier 2, Sentry 5, be advised. Threat aircraft, bullseye 280442000.
Godspeed, Harriers. You're kind of on your own now. Oh, the F4s are alive.
Oh, at least they are.
How the hell did they survive?
Bitches. Should have died with me.
A again. What was their loadout? Well, the Harriers did shoot. I'm just looking through their loadouts right now.
Alright, so the RTT client's right here. How do I fucking modify them? I've done this before and it's incredibly simple. Why can I not find this?
This notepad, but you may use whatever text editor you are comfortable with. At the bottom of the file are the default settings for the left and right MFDs. The X and Y values establish where the top left corner of the MFD will start. The W and H setting, the default client configuration monitor on the same system that is running Ds on your current monitor, or perhaps a second monitor on the same system that is running Falcon BMS.
I'm a
Only
dumbass.
the client software is...
Did you figure it out?
Yes. I downloaded
Was it as
a
simple as
specific,
you thought?
Yeah, I downloaded a specific program for it, and I forgot I put it there.
Aha!
It's actually a really, really good program.
Vapor 6-1 RTB.
Is it a like a BMS program?
It's called RTT Editor.
Oh. I'm curious what the outcome will be, though.
Me being dead?
Well, yeah, that one. But were you just ass onto it?
So I thought I had it beat. I started turning around and I stopped turning. Cranking. I'd already defeated a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. Jousting with like SA2s is really fun in this. Like, it's legitimately fun. But it kind of tracks with like what like they say about like fighting them in like Vietnam or in like Desert Storm, where it's like you pull into it and I think it's like a 5G pull is normally enough. Like, they can't pull more than that. I'd have to go look in the threat guide to see what the SA4 is. 10s, though, are fucking terrifying in this. 10s are like, you remember that SA20, the mod, where it doesn't give you any warning?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that in here for the 10.
Carrier 2-1.
Don't like that.
So there's the first mission that I flew in my running of this one, it was to like a 300-400 mile trip to like the eastern side of North Korea, and there's an SA-10 that kept like lighting us up like while we were over the area. And the thing, like, if it lights you up, the odds are it has a missile in the air at you. Is the wisdom on it. So it kept lighting me up, and the whole time I'm just like, I can't see it. I have no idea. I'm shitting my pants right now. Request overhead approach.
No.
Cobra 5-1, F-16, 20 miles, northwest, 24,000, inbound from overhead landing.
Good afternoon, Cobra 5-1, Gunasan approach. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach, runway 18. Thank you. Engage 2972.
All right, MFDs are fixed.
Nice.
You're a nice.
Thank you. I try.
I guess I can't. I guess there's not an HSI on this.
I don't think so. Oh, like that can be exported? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there might be able to, but this program, you don't do it. Hey, there we go. Fixed.
So is there like different profiles? Like if you fly an Eagle, you just like load that profile, or you gotta go do the whole shebang again?
Let's see.
Altitude.
Nah, this looks like you just modify it on the fly. On the fly? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not surprised considering how kind of newish the Eagle is.
It's a very simple program, but it's very, very easy too.
Yeah.
Cobra 5-1, contact tower for landing. Switch 29230.
Request landing.
Cobra 5, F-16 inbound from overhead landing.
Did you make that voice attack profile?
Cobra 5,
No, I got
tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
the one I downloaded. The AVCS one.
Oh, I think you probably already shared it with me.
I did, I think. It's the one where you like need to like load a profile first, and then it does a whole bunch of bullshit, and then it's on.
Like Cheech and Chong.
Exactly. Goonsan, why do you always have a frickin' crosswind? Oh, it's because you're next to the ocean.
Wahawk 1, Gunasan Tower, weighing 230 at 10 knots, runway 18. You're cleared for takeoff. Wahawk 1, Gunasan Tower, expedite departure, incoming traffic.
Nice.
Wahawk 1, Gunasan
Yeah.
Tower, expedite departure, incoming traffic.
That's right, Warhawk. Expedite departure, bud. Come on.
I actually wouldn't have said that. He still has plenty of time. Plus, you don't have to say that if you say Cobra 5-1 check wheels down, runway 28, clear to land. Traffic departing is a blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Ah, they're moving right now.
Wahawk 1, contact departure.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're fine.
Wahawk.
Cobra 5, Gunasan Tower, weighing 230 at 9 knots, runway 18. Clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Clear to land, shithead.
Oh, flared that a little too early.
That's good. You landed clear of the short field gear.
You mean I don't want to take the gear this time?
You don't want your little landing gear to run over the arresting gear.
No? My wee baby gear.
Over 5-1, left next taxiway, contact ground.
Cobra 5-1, contact ground. Switch to 273-525.
Request taxi back to ramp.
Cobra 5-1, request taxi back. Cobra 5-1, taxi to the ramp. Alpha, Papa, 0, 0.
DCS has a lot to learn from this game.
Yup.
Well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, my dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check the tally.
Even if I got shot down, it was still fun.
Yeah. Good times were
So does
had
that
by
mean
all.
I have to make a new pilot or something?
Nope. No. You will like run out of pilots eventually, but like it's not for the player pilot. You'll never lose the player pilot. So, like, airframes and pilots are finite, except for you. Unless you don't have an airframe, in which case, well, fuck.
Are you a god?
Let's see. You, man, holy shit. So, you shot down a MiG-21, and a good hit on a spoon rest. I got 2 MiG-21s, and I hit a fan song and a long track.
Yeah, I was coming around to hit that second one.
Yeah. And then it looks like the flight that we were trying to like kind of pave way to, they hit the radar as well, which was in our area. So I'm going to save this. And we can just keep this campaign going. Because there's a whole shitload of seed indeed.
I like
this
you.
campaign needs to fly.
Cool, dude. Always a fun time with you, brother.
Right on, man.
We'll talk soon.
Later.
Hey, bye. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me. It's 12:30 in the East on now what is called Wednesday. A day off, sort of. Brought my laptop home from work. Thanks for stopping in. If you're new, really thanks for stopping in. Hope you like what you saw. Kind of a boring, chill night. No big deal. But we will do this again soon. Most likely on Thursday.